Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Afton and I'm Monty's Tarot Child. Here on my channel I do pick a card readings like the one we have here today and general readings for the collective. This pick a card reading is an April prediction. We are looking to see how the month of April is going to go for you this year. This is actually exclusive content that I am allowing early access to on my Patreon. If you are interested in this reading or readings like this one, you can head to the link down in my bio and my Patreon will be hosted there. But let's get into this meditation. Take your time, take deep breaths, and meditate to accurately choose which pile is meant for you. Hello, pile number one. You chose this beautiful opal, I believe, crystal. If not opal, then definitely moonstone. Let's get right into your reading to see what your April is looking like. What do I want to start off with? I'm going to start with so we have one oracle card here that is going to be the overall focus and energy that you are focusing on in the month of April. And we have balance. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. So in April of this year, you are bringing balance. You are focusing on balance and bringing harmony within your life. This may be something that you have been actively working on. It's not just April, but it is a huge theme that April will be bringing for you. Balance within, I'm hearing eating, but it doesn't have to necessarily just be your eating habits. It could be your spiritual habits that you're bringing into balance, or wanting to be more active, trying to find more active time in your day, balancing between resting your body and being active, which is very important, especially when we're still being restricted on lockdown and things like that. Trying to find balance within your day, period. That is how April is feeling for you. Let's see what else we have. We'll do some more oracle. We have orphans. Okay, so this is also an energy that you will be dealing with in the month of April. Feeling isolated. I'm hearing feeling as if you don't quite belong anywhere, or around certain people you feel this energy. You feel orphaned, you feel left out, you feel, I don't want to say neglected, but almost neglected energetically. When we, especially when it comes to balance and like our personal relationships, when we feel orphans, it's almost as if we are giving more than we are receiving from the relationships that are closest to us. Or it could be that, there is a lack of reciprocation here, whether it comes from communication or emotional support. There's something that you are feeling orphaned from, and in the month of April, you're bringing more balance into that. We have community, right? Okay, so whatever it is that makes you feel neglected or left out or orphaned, within the month of April, that is being replaced. I'm hearing tenfold, replaced tenfold, because you are finding your community. You're finding balance in the relationships that bring you peace and the relationships that bring you harmony. You're finding balance, and you are finding, what's the word? Quality. You're finding quality people to reciprocate all of your spiritual, emotional, physical needs with. You are clearing this energy out. I'm feeling that heavily. With this balance, you are bringing in feelings of community, feelings of belonging, feelings of worth, because other people are going to be able to see your light and see how you shine your light and create community around that. You also have serendipity. So with community and feelings, new feelings of worth and self-confidence and all of that comes with it, there is serendipity, luck. Luck is on your side. This is a very virtuous time for you. It will be. You will be able to share in this energy of serendipity with your community, with those who commune with you. And this balance brings in balance to all aspects of your life. So it could also even be financially. You are finding luck within your finances, within the things that you need to continue to allow this community to thrive. We have full moon in Gemini. The answers you need are coming. So you may have been questioning how everything is going to turn out for you, how the things that you want may appear, how could you possibly do enough? I'm hearing, how can I possibly do enough to make this work? I specifically want this to work, and I'm going to bring everything into balance that currently is not, because I'm also not going to allow myself to get in the way of that either. I'm going to bring it all into balance. I'm not going to try to search for answers. The answers are going to come to me divinely. We have, wow, surrender to the divine. Full moon. So 2 full moons, that's huge because that symbolizes a lot of things being revealed to you. A lot of the things that have been in balance are going to be revealing themselves to you. A lot of the emotions of feeling orphaned or isolated or as if others do not understand you, all of those things are going to become clear to you. There's going to be clarity in the way that you interact with the other people. You will probably be able to tell a difference as to how you are interacting with certain people and how you're interacting with others, because your energy will fluctuate where it is welcome. So if you're going into something energetically that is lacking, that is not fulfilling, that will be revealed to you and you will move accordingly, right? So we have the 5 of Wands, which is complete, this is the orphaned vibe that we were picking up on. Just people around us, the ones that we probably spend a fair amount of time with. It could be that, and it doesn't just have to be, friends. It could be family. It could be work related. Whatever it is that you feel like you are not meshing with, it's speaking to you for a reason. Whatever you feel is causing friction, is causing just unrequited chaos or drama, that is being brought into balance. I don't know if it will be through well, we know that it will come naturally. We know that it's not something that you have to go out and seek. It will be resolved in a natural form where you turn around and you say, I worked on me, I focused on me and my community and the people who understand me the most. And I turn around and this thing that was bothering me and jabbing me in the back, it's not there anymore, because divine has taken care of it for me, right? So the 5 of Wands, and even with Orphan being the number 5 card, that's change that is coming to you, something that is different. Maybe this is how you are handling situations differently in the month of April, where you feel like, I'm not going to give my energy to this. I'm going to surrender to the divine, give it over, hand it over to them because they know what to do with it best. I'm going to allow the answers to come to me from that and seek balance. That's the only thing that you will be seeking in April is balance. And you have Ace of Swords. So this is a new perspective for you. This is, with the crown here, I'm hearing crowning glory. Like you are finally able to say, you know what? It was this that was in the way the whole time. It was these feelings, these interactions that I picked up with people that weren't true to my nature, weren't true to my calling. I didn't feel welcomed or belonged. But this is it. This is what I needed to do this whole time, and now I have gained a whole new perspective. Spirit has gifted me with a new mindset, a new thought pattern. The way that I think, the habits around my thoughts are changing in the month of April, because you know that there is luck all around you. You know that there are blessings all around you, cycles waiting to be closed, cycles waiting to, like those last few steps that you have to take, and then the thing is complete. That is what's being revealed to you in the month of April. And then we have, I believe this is the Death card. This is the vice versa tarot, so I'm still getting acquainted to her. But yes, this is the Death card. And it's literally revealing to us that even when things look bleak and damn near just scary, just plain outright scary, because it's like you don't know what this figure is here for. You don't know why the eyes are glowing. You just know that there is an ending coming. But on the reversal, she's dancing in the background. There's no worry because the sun is out, and that is the hope for a new beginning. That is what April feels like for you. It's like this release is thrilling to you, because it's like, I can actually real life start over again. Like, I can move away from what has been plaguing me, the energy that has been plaguing me this whole time, and divinely create and live in a completely different energy. And we have the Judgment. And so the sun is also out fully in this card as well. Let's just take a moment to look at it because it's gorgeous. But Judgment. You are bringing your judgment into balance. It may be that you, this is for someone, it may be that you have always prided yourself in being a good judge of character when it comes to other people who come into your life, and you may somehow have felt that off lately. But in April, I feel like your judgment is coming back into balance. I feel like every card that is coming out right now it all ties back to the balance that you are finding in April. When we think about judgment, and it's interesting, they are holding a skull and a golden egg. I hope you can see that. Which is interesting because it's like that's the light and the dark aspect of any situation. Like, there's a golden egg and there's a skull to any situation. It is all dependent upon your perspective and how you view the situation. So within the month of April, you are tuning back into your intuition. You are taking solitude, but solitude within a safe space, solitude within community. You will be surrounded by, loving individuals, but you will have the opportunity to really grow and develop your intuition, listening to what it's telling you, and releasing all of the fear and the doubt, and even judgment of others. If it is like a different situation where you find yourself judging others before you get to know them, as a defense mechanism to all of the things that have happened in the past or even in the present currently, if you find that you have assessed judgment before it was due, then in April you are finding balance in that as well. Let's see what else we have. We have 1, affirmation card for the month of April. Energy that you can focus on, an affirmation that you can come back, look at again, repeat. Okay. I let the universe catch up with my dreams. And this may seem like a really simple affirmation, but it's not, because it's like having all of these Amazon orders and they're on back order. And then one day you go outside to go and check one package and you have all of your other packages at the door. You're letting the universe catch up with your dreams. You are surrendering to the divine, bringing balance where it wasn't currently, where it was needed, has been needed this entire time in order for your dreams to flourish and be nourished by you and your loving energy. These things are coming into balance. Your packages are being delivered. You are accepting these gifts of knowledge, of harmony, of balance, of serendipity, while the rest of your dreams come in. And that is all about balance, patience. It's all about balance, allowing things to happen and unfold naturally. So, I'm going to read these two cards, show them to you, read the short synopsis in the book, and then we have just a few more cards as well. So in April, the crystal that may most connect with you is amethyst, and specifically a light colored amethyst. We have the number 7, and I believe this is Uranus as the planet, but I'm gonna triple check. And then we also have red jasper, the number 5, and Mars. So let's look at what these two are saying for April. We'll start with the red jasper. So the element, of course, is fire. Astrology Mars, right? And the message. We are ready to let passion enter our lives in the shape of new love or a project we particularly care about. Red jasper encourages will and passion. This is not the time to hesitate. We must dive headfirst into life and celebrate its every aspect. Okay? So in April, you will be taking action. You will be feeling more fueled, especially with the Mars Aries energy that is going on. As we finish out the Aries season, you will be feeling very driven, very purposeful, very intentional in your actions, in your thoughts. You are seeing the positive aspects to situations, not naively, but with an open mind to say, is this something I want to tackle? Is this something I want to take on? Is this something I want to be a part of? Can my energy stay here? And is it safe here? With the light amethyst, the element is air and the astrology is Uranus. The message: independent of our gender, in this period we are developing our feminine part. Wow, what did I say? Intuition, beauty, creativity, and sweetness have an important part in our lives. We are capable of caring for others and being empathetic regarding their problems. We are an important point of reference for friends and family. Yes. So, community is going to be huge for you in the month of April. Not just friends, but family, mutuals who can come to your energy and it feels familiar. It's almost like you feel familiar to someone. I don't know if that will be a thing for you in April, but that is what's coming up that I needed to say, is that you feel familiar to someone, or someone feels familiar to you, someone that you can open up to, someone who understands this need for balance, who understands this urge for community. You will be living in mutual space in April. So I have just a few more astrology cards, some astrology energy that may be present for you in the month of April, some energy to look out for. And the first one we have is Pluto. So that definitely coincides with the death card here. death and rebirth, and then death and rebirth again. Life is a cycle, and there is a cycle that may be inching closer and closer to close for you in the month of April. I'm trying to see what else I pick up from Pluto. Let's see what else. We have Venus. Okay. So moving through these times, this month, April specifically, with love in your heart, for yourself, for your process, for everything that you touch, the people that you come into contact with, having love and compassion, understanding, will continue to bring you into balance and continue to bring you the people who are also a part of this spiritual and healing journey. We have Aquarius. So they could be an Aquarius. You could be an Aquarius yourself, or you could just have a lot of Aquarius within your natal chart. It all depends. Take what resonates. But especially with Aquarius coming out over the light amethyst and that being equated to air, within April, you may be experiencing a lot of fluidity in your ideas and your passions. You may be just feeling very creative, wanting to splurge and try different things. I don't know why I picked up with that, but Aquarius is all about doing things differently than everyone else. So that also may ring true to you as well. Feeling creative and releasing the judgment around your creations. Just allowing it to happen, allowing it to unfold, being very nurturing and compassionate with yourself in that process. And then we have Libra, another air sign. So you could be really heavily dealing with air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. But things, and it's so funny, talk about alignment, right? Let's just look. Libra is all about bringing things into balance. And that is exactly what you're focusing on in April, starting with that one card that we have. So this is all very aligned. This is a very aligned reading. Again, you may be a Libra yourself, dealing with a Libra, or have Libra placements within your natal chart. But that is all of the important energy that is focused around your April. Let's see. I also have, and I almost forgot. I forgot to mention it at the beginning of the video, but I also have some initials, initials that may be important to you in the month of April. And I'm just gonna pull a few, not too many. I'm gonna make sure I mix it up good. And let's do, 3. So finally we have the initial B. B as in boy, B as in Bob. Like you may be cutting your hair into a bob. We have Y. I don't know why I heard Yolanda. That might be, I love that name, Yolanda. And we have an H. Howdy. Okay. Thank you so much, pile number 1, for tuning in. Again, if you enjoyed this reading, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. It would mean the world to me. And also try to join our Patreon. See if you enjoy the content over there as well. I will see you guys in another reading. Peace. Hello, pile number 2. You chose the beautiful red Jasper Stone. And I'm going to get right into this reading because she might be a little lengthy. We're going to start off with the overall theme of your April. Or your... You know what I was trying to say. So the theme for your month of April is adversity. Clearly I'm getting tongue-tied. I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. Okay? So in April, you are learning about adversity. You are learning about the challenges that make you stronger, is what I'm hearing. I'm going to leave it at that and not try to say too much about it because adversity builds muscles. And so we know that even when something seems challenging to us, we can gain something from it. So let's see what else we have. We have full moon in Pisces, balanced spirituality and practicality. So one of the things that may be adverse for you in April is finding a good balance between your spiritual and your everyday. How you handle spirituality at work, I'm hearing, or in the house when you are possibly the only spiritual being there, and while others are still leaning more towards religion, or not even that, but being in adverse situations where you are individualized as yourself. I don't know why I'm hearing that, but finding a balance between that. New moon in Virgo, a time to give rather than take. So April for you is definitely going to be a month of giving. I was going to say of receptivity, but that's for you are going to be giving to others, for others to receive. You may be, for some reason, helping someone learn how to receive. And that is why you will be placed into a giving rather than a receiving area within the month of April. And just to clarify, a time to give rather than take doesn't mean that you won't receive anything at all in the month of April. It just means that the focus for you, adversely, will be to help give to another rather than receiving all of the time. That may be something that you have a challenge with. You may, naturally be on the receiving end, and you want to, or it would be a time to give rather than take. But take what resonates. Let's see what else we have. Yin. Okay. So aside from all gender norms that are passed in today's society, there is a level of femininity that you are coming into tune with in April. You are embracing your yin. There's yin and yang within all of us, every person. Some people say lightness and darkness, some say feminine and masculine, just to put something else on that energy. But it is, I always see this card as an opportunity for softness, to be soft with ourselves, to open up to ourselves. This is actually, as they would say, a chalice of water. So being open to even your intuition is tapping into your yin, tapping into your feminine energy. We have not for you. So in the month of April, you are learning about what is and is not for you. And there could be a few different meanings to this. Let me gather the energy. A time to give rather than take. So what isn't for you, the things that aren't for you, you won't be receiving in the month of April. If there's something that you are specifically thinking about, that you want to produce or acquire, is that one of those? Something will be shown as not for you in the month of April. And for some reason, unlike any other time that I've seen this card, the chessboard is really standing out to me. I don't know how to play the game of chess, so don't get me wrong, but there is almost like a symbolism to it, because you are in the midst of playing this game and you realize that this is not for me. There's something here that isn't, I'm not really correlating with this energy. It's not for me. And it may be challenging to learn about this. I'm sensing that may be why you need more balance in your life. because it will be preparing you for the month of April to learn about a challenge, something that you probably maybe really wanted, and it's not either not going to turn out the way that you expected, which we always have these expectations of how things are going to go, but it could also be that it's just simply not for you. Not for you right now, not for you at all, because there's something better waiting for you. Let's see. Mending. Okay. So it could be that it's not for you because you're not ready yet. You are still in the process of learning yourself, of learning how you handle challenges and adversity, of learning how to give rather than take. This is a very big learning stage for you. It could even be that you're learning more about your feminine side, about your intuition, about your nurturing, emotional, ethereal side. So whatever is not for you, don't take it as I'm not good enough for this, but view it as a moment to learn. What is this trying to teach me? This is definitely, when I think of not for you, it's a challenge, because it's like, if it's not for me and it's clearly telling me that it's not for me, I have to take responsibility then to move away from it, to go and find what is for me, where I am meant to be. And that's sometimes viewed as a challenge. It's not easy, especially if we had to do it before. We could be still mending from that situation, another situation where we could have sworn that this was the one, like this was really going to be the right thing for me. It doesn't have to be just a person. It could be a job. It could be a friend who you thought, oh my gosh, I could really see myself meshing with them, and it doesn't turn out that way at all. That's because you find a friend in someone else, someone who clicks easier, meshes with you more well. It is situational. So let's see what else we have. We have Two of Pentacles, but it is in reverse. So definitely a need for balance. Usually the Two of Pentacles is talking about, juggling material aspects in your life, but I also see it as juggling the aspects of you. Like, who are you in work? Who are you in family atmospheres? Who are you with your partner or with your friends? There is a great balance coming to you, just like pile one. Their key word was balance, but you have it here as well. And I think to some aspect, we are all coming into balance. You have the two here with yin, you have the two here with Two of Pentacles. That may be a significant number for you. But what looks like, or what you think balance looks like, may change in the month of April, where you feel like you will be taking more of these mending opportunities rather than going after something financial, is what I'm hearing. And that's so very interesting. Let's see what else we have. We have the Ace of Cups in reverse. And this Ace of Cups is actually a part of the Vice Versa Tarot. So this is actually the front, but it was in reverse. So a new, emotional opportunity, a new, I don't want to use the word emotional again, but a new connection. I'm feeling like it's coming back to this yin, a loving of self, an understanding of self is what's going on in the month of April, but it's almost kind of like you're fighting it. With any of the aces in the minor arcana, they are viewed as a gift from spirit. So with it being in reverse, it's something that you're not recognizing just yet in the month of April. Again, maybe why it's a time to give rather than take, because you can't recognize what it is that you need to accept as a gift in the first place. That's okay. Another challenge is to see the beauty in all things around you, to see the beauty in every gift presented to you, and to be able to tell when that gift is not for you. Balance, for sure. We also have the Four of Wands. So April is not gonna all be bad and about challenges and everything's hard and all of that. Challenges don't have to be hard. It is up to you on how fast you recognize the challenge, right? And learn from it. But Four of Wands is here to say your April will have moments of comfort, celebration, being able to feel at home, to feel at ease. And you also have Six of Wands, but it's in reverse. So there's definitely something that's not being recognized here. Either you are not honoring yourself and recognizing yourself fully because you are an amazing and magical being, and that it's important to view all aspects of yourself. Okay? Every part of you is important. And when you neglect other parts of you, you don't then realize what you're accepting isn't for you because you haven't fully seen yourself yet. But you are being recognized in the month of April. Again, it may not feel like it with it being in reverse, but it will be present in your life. And I believe that, if you listen to this reading, and it is beforehand, but it just depends on when you see it, you have the capability to look closer. You have the ability to analyze the things that are going on around you, how you're reacting to them, and why. So I have one affirmation card, one that you can focus on for the entire month of April. You can come back to this video, replay, listen to it again, and reaffirm yourself. So we have manifesting is the creative process of aligning with the energy of the universe to co-create an experience that elevates my spirit and the spirit of the world. Wow. I'm going to read that again. Manifesting is the creative process of aligning with the energy of the universe to co-create an experience that elevates my spirit and the spirit of the world. This is why the balance will be so important to you. In the month of April, you will be manifesting. You will be manifesting love, recognition. It doesn't have to be romantic love. It can be platonic love, mutual love, love of self, love of the process. But you can only do this with spirit. You can only co-create with spirit, an experience that elevates the spirit of you and the spirit of the world. Okay? That's going to be a huge thing that really rings or shines through in the month of April, because there is no, satisfaction in gaining something when there hasn't been adversity. That's what this has all been about. All of the things that you've been manifesting, that you have said that you wanted and it turned out not to be for you, it wasn't for you because the challenge didn't spark something inside of you. And I'm almost feeling like it didn't spark a love within yourself. Sometimes that does happen. We manifest something and something comes up for us and it sparks just this newfound love for ourselves and saying, wow, I really allowed spirit to come into my life and work like that. Like, we worked together on that, and I'm honored to sit in that. I love myself for doing that for me. This is what it's going to feel like in April. If you really accept the challenge, give rather than take, mend your broken heart or your broken energy, however you want to see it, recognize what's not for you, you will be manifesting with the universe. We have some final astrology. I can't remember if I was going to do this before that last card or not, but here we are. So let's read the astrology energy that will be around you in April. We have Virgo. Okay. So new moon in Virgo, and you have the actual card of Virgo here. You could be a Virgo, be dealing with a Virgo, have heavy Virgo in your natal chart. if you are aware of that thing. But Virgo is all about nurturing herself, health, being a nurturer. But sometimes we nurture to the deficit of us. We try to nurture everyone but us. We try to nurture us through other people sometimes. But April will be the time to focus on you. What is for you, who is for you, and healing that. You have lunar eclipse. Lunar eclipse. That something is being revealed in the month of April for you. Something may be like hidden under the surface when it comes to how you handle adversity and challenges. That's what I'm picking up. I can't remember the definite description of a lunar eclipse, but especially with the full moon here and the new moon, in between the process of planting new seeds, there will be something revealed to you. Again, probably back to the what is not for you. And then we have Terra. I believe is how you pronounce it, but this is the card for Earth. Yes. And that it represents bounty, having a bountiful April, having an abundance. But it is an abundance, again, that you have co-created with spirit, and B, that you have recognized is actually for you. So this is an abundance for you. What that means to you, everyone's abundance will look differently, will feel differently. It could be an abundance of love, again, for yourself, an abundance for how you grow, how you thrive. It depends on you. And we also have Leo. So we have Virgo energy, Leo energy, earth sign, water signs as well. The other earth signs are Taurus and Capricorn alongside Virgo. We have Leo, and then we have Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, and that Pisces moon too. So these are the energies that will be around you in the month of April. Leo is standing out to me, especially with this Six of Wands here. There's something that you are being recognized for. Something that you have shined through, something that you have honestly found balance in, worked hard for, is what I'm also hearing. I'm trying to see if I pick up anything else with these energies. But I have one final crystal before I pull some initial letters for you. I'm going to show you the card and then read the short passage. So you have Amazonite, and then you have the number 3, and that is the symbol up here for Mercury. So let's see what this one has to say for your month in April. Amazonite, and the element is air, astrology, Mercury, of course. The message: we are in a period of transformation, both physical and psychic. Old habits and mental structures that have functioned in our life do not now have any reason to exist. Change is necessary, and the Amazonite will help us to face this moment with trust and a sense of freedom. And that's beautiful. It really is beautiful, because you are transformational. Your life is transforming. You are bringing more love in and clearing out what is no longer for you. And I hope that within April, you are able to lean into this harmonious energy of the Four of Wands, because things aren't bad. You are actually doing very well on your spiritual journey, and I hope that it is clear for you to be able to see that. I'm only going to pull a few initials. I'm going to make sure they were all mixed up right. Okay, that was a little more than a few, but we'll go with it. So we have P as in Paul. We have A as in apple or Afton, like me. R, red, rose, road. We have T, Tom. And we have V, victory. And that is for sure the energy that I'm getting over here, April. You are victorious over any of the challenges, any of the adversity that comes your way, and nothing can stop you, pile number 2. I believe in that fully. So, if you enjoyed this reading, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. It would mean the world to me. And make sure you give my Patreon a check. Just look, see if there's any of the written readings that you would enjoy. I will link it down below in my description box, and I'll see you in the next reading. Peace. Hello, pile number 3. You chose this beautiful clear quartz crystal. I'm going to get right into your reading. No need to lollygag. So I'm going to check the overall energy of your April, of the month April for you. And we will start with doubt, okay? I release the need to know all of the answers. I release the need to know all of the answers. So in the month of April, you are releasing doubt. You are releasing the need to know all of the answers. And essentially, with this, you are releasing the need to control. When you need to know all of the answers, that signifies that there's a level of control that we think that we have over outside circumstances and situations. But in April, we are learning that the divine is taking direct action in our life. We are not allowed to know all of the answers because there is a divine game plan at work here. So in April, you are releasing the doubt of what if, of when, where, how, and you are allowing spirit to fill you with the answers that you need to know intuitively. So whatever it is that comes up in the month of April, this is, if it causes doubt, if it causes you to feel as if you need to know the outcome, this is going to be released for you. We have a new romantic cycle begins, new moon in Libra. So it may be doubt around this romantic cycle. It could be doubt around new beginnings in general. You could be, and this is for anyone, starting a new romantic cycle within yourself. Learning how to love yourself, learning how to be loved could be a new romantic cycle for you. Whatever it is around this energy specifically that you hold doubt, or you feel as if, again, you need to know the answers of how you're going to meet this person, where you're going to meet this person, when you're going to meet this person, when is this cycle going to begin, that doubt is being released. And then we have full moon in Sagittarius. So look at the bigger picture. When doubt is released, you are able to look at the bigger picture. You are able to see all of the inner workings that would have never happened if you knew that next step. You are releasing the doubt, looking at the bigger picture, and that allows a new beginning to take place in your life. And when I say new beginning, with the new moon here, it is the planting of new seeds. It is clearing out your garden of all of the doubt, all of the weeds that try to, attack and distract the actual growth in your garden. All of that is being weeded out in the month of April, and that way the new seeds that are trying to grow have the proper space, and all of those types of things. I'm not a gardener, so of course the terminology is falling by the wayside, but you get the picture. We have go the distance. Wow. So not only look at the bigger picture, not only releasing all of your doubt, but you are going the distance in the month of April. You are going after whatever it is that this cycle, this new cycle is bringing. You are ready for it. which is why the release is going to be so sweet, why it will be or feel almost as if it is so effortless, because you can see this finish line. You can see that flag is near, it's close, and you're like, if this is how far I have to go, then this is how far I'm going to go. I'm going to go the distance to get to all that is gloriously awaiting me. We also have Clean It Up. Wow. What was I saying about your garden? What was I saying about your garden? So in April, you're cleaning it all up. You are cleaning it all up. You are releasing all that doubt, all those weeds, all those terrible toxins in your garden. You are making room for a new romantic cycle to begin, but you must first have to clean. And in order to clean, you have to take a full view of the room. You have to see what's dirty in the first place. We also have, wow, I'm going to tell you, I didn't see these cards ahead of time. So, observer in reverse, looking at the bigger picture, observing your room, looking around to see what's still dirty, what's halfway clean. Oh, that's, I only wore it once or twice. Ketchup stain, no big deal. Like, if it's a stain, it kind of is a big deal because there's a mess there and it must be cleaned up. But again, you have to observe it first. You have to become aware. You have to recognize. So let's see what other cards we have here. I'm going to get into the tarot. And we start with the Ten of Swords, which I remember seeing this card, and I found it so interesting because you had the new moon here, but you also have, if you look all the way up in the sky, where my thumb is not, right here, that's the new moon as well. So again, you are really cleansing out that old shell of you that has held so much doubt and fear for however long, in regards to whatever process, because it doesn't just have to be romantic. We will see what the other cards say as well, but that is definitely something that's being highlighted here. You are clearing out the doubt. You are looking at the bigger picture, observing, or trying to at least. With this being in reverse, which I usually don't read these in reverse, but with observer being in reverse, it's like there's something that you may be missing, have been missing these past few months, and in April, it's being clearly and fully revealed to you. You also have King of Pentacles, okay? So, no, it wasn't yours, but at his feet, there is a bounty, a harvest, that is laying there at his feet, that he has worked hard for, that he has rationed and saved and shared in, a diplomatic manner. You are in the month of April, after, clearing it out and observing, reviewing your bounty, your harvest, you are able to sit on your throne nicely, comfortably, because again, the doubt has been cleared up, the cobwebs have been cleared up. You were able to go the distance and feel comfortable with the results of that. And I don't know what that means, especially if it's in regards to a romantic situation, but it may be of significance to you in April, where you just feel good about your accomplishments. Like you feel good about this cleansing that's going on. You feel good about being able to look at the bigger picture and say, this is my bounty. This is everything that I own, everything that I have, that I value. The people are around me that I value. This is going to be a great moment to really show gratitude for your stability. And we have the Hierophant here. So, especially with Sagittarius as well, there could be some higher learning going on. Higher learning as in spiritual higher learning going on in April for you. You could be learning more about tarot, honestly, or anything of spiritual interest to you, afterlives, other worlds, aliens, things like that, like whatever it is. But you, as many of us are. You are co-creating with spirit to gain this higher knowledge. It could honestly be a higher knowledge about yourself through some esoteric, kind of divination. But spirit will be sending you messages of confirmation, messages of keep going, messages of keep clearing it out. I'm hearing again, but you have to have your eyes open in order to observe. And we also have the Six of Cups, but this is the front side and this is the back side. So it's so interesting because this person up here is enviously watching these two people here. So with this being the back of Six of Cups, it's like, be careful about who's watching you, I'm hearing. Observing, especially with it being observer in reverse over, like there's something, it could be in regards to family, like with the Six of Cups especially, but there's some kind of observation. It could be someone who's just not observing you in the highest of light, observing your process. They may not like that you are tapping into this spiritual area. They may not like that you were able to clear your doubt before they could clear their own. I'm seeing, I think it is important for you to continue to look at the bigger picture in regards to your relationships. Who's around you supporting you, who's rooting you to go the distance, and who's telling you to stay stagnant in your same old ways, same old habits, feeding that doubt. Who's feeding that doubt and who's helping you release it? That is going to be important for you in the month of April. And then, of course, the most beautiful outcome is the sun, right? So there is nothing for you to worry about with the sun out, because the sun, well, actually, I've heard a saying that the sun casts a shadow of doubt or something like that. But you are reveling in the sun in the month of April. You could even be enjoying going outside more safely, of course, to experience the sun, to feel its rays and allow it to energize you, to allow it to help clear out that doubt, and to shine light on all the things that you believe in and are to be true. But especially with the Six of Cups here and the different perspective that I see, it's like when we are joyous, when we are thriving and happy and doing our best, there may be people who aren't. There may be people who are observing you, but who aren't applauding you. And with the sun here, it's just telling me there's nothing to worry about. There's nothing to worry about around that at all, because you've come through the tough cycles. Like you have found your stability and self emotionally, and spiritually, even with this Hierophant here. Like you are finding your stability and erasing all traces of doubt. So I have one affirmation card here for you for the month of April, one that you can come back to this video and reread and reaffirm yourself with. And it says, when I'm patient, I let the universe do for me what I cannot do for myself. And what did I say? I think I said it earlier in your reading. If you knew the next step, you probably wouldn't take it because of doubt or fear. So when you are patient and you allow spirits, the universe, to do for you what you cannot do for yourself, to help you clean up the things that you can't clean for yourself, when you allow that energy to come in and completely shine its light down on you, the universe shows up in ways that you couldn't even imagine. It completely baffles you as to how, when, or why, or what. Like all the answers you need appear magically within the stars, and everything else falls away. matters less and less. So I have a few astrological cards. I think you had the most of anybody, honestly. A few astrological energies that may be coming up for you in the month of April, that may be around you, or, you know, maybe your own energy. So we have, wow, what is this? The 8th house, transformation. So the transformation of you in April, the transformation again of your thoughts and how they inform your actions, transformation on your habits, your thought patterns, your belief system, especially with this Hierophant here, looking at the bigger picture, seeing what's possible, a complete transformation of who you were into who you're meant to be. And we have waning gibbous. Okay, waning. Am I saying that right? Probably not. But this is also signifying release, releasing, letting go, preparing for the new, preparing for the harvest, that one last, scrubbing. Even though we are always cleansing our spirit, we are always releasing and adapting, we are always transforming, always. A snake doesn't just shed its skin once. So this is a cycle, of course. A new romantic cycle begins while this one is ending. And we have new moon again. So a new moon, and a new moon. 3 is a sign for you. You may have really done some work with the last new moon. I can't remember when that was. I think it was new moon in Gemini, but I could completely be wrong. Please be gentle. But there are seeds being planted. You are heavily into this energy of new beginnings, I'm feeling, and there are these cycles that are closing up for you. Things that you are going to be observing in the month of April that will be huge in your transformation. And you also have the last quarter, which I think is right before the waning gibbous. So again, this has been a long process for you. So much so that you've gone through the moon phases. So interesting. Because of all the cards that you have of the astrological, it all had to do with the moon signs. And then we have 5th house, creativity. So definitely something that you'll be able to focus on more in the month of April is your creativity. You could have heavy 5th house placements in your natal chart. Your moon sign could even be in your 5th house, where your emotions are ruled by your creativity, how you create, how often you can be creative, how you express yourself emotionally could be creatively. I'm also hearing, take what resonates. But there are a lot of cycles coming to a close for you, or one big one. I can't tell if it's a lot of cycles or like one big one that has been a constant clearing out of old energy and embracing of new. And I love it. I love that. In April, there will definitely be different cycles, either revealing itself to you, making itself more known, like hints of ideas that you may have creatively as well. For some. Anything else? Okay, so I have these final 2 cards. They have a crystal and a short message to read, and then I will be pulling initial words for you as well. You had 2. I can't remember if anyone else did, but I think so. So that was a lot. Let's see, we have the earth element with sodalite. Number 22 is the number, and I believe this is Capricorn. Yes. Yeah, that's Capricorn, the earth energy. I'll read that. And then there is jade, the water element. You have 24 as the number, and Venus as the symbol. Okay, so let's see what these two mean. 22 and 24 may be important to you. 4 and 6 may be important to you as well. I think that was it. Okay, 22. Earth element, Capricorn, of course. The message. Following a period of growth and transformation, I can't make this up. Following a period of growth and transformation, we find ourselves at a crucial moment where our life is finally as we have imagined it. We live indulging our true nature in an idealistic way and according to our conscience. Each moment is intense and we are profoundly anchored to our present. Daily life, therefore, takes on a much broader dimension. So, first of all, broader. Look at the bigger picture. Like, April is going to be a very energetic month for you, especially with all the clearing out. I'm hearing if you get tired, ground yourself, because, you know, Earth is grounding. Water is more so going with the flow of things, which I think you're going to be interchanging with in the month of April. Grounding yourself in the energy of change, allowing it to take place, not fighting it, not doubting it either, but also just going with the flow, and showing yourself love and compassion for the entire process. Let's see what Jade has to say. And we have the element water. Venus, of course, is astrology. And the message. Following periods of stress or shock, both physical and psychic, we must give ourselves time to recover. And I said it before I even read it. A period of rest has been presented itself to us, though we must not take this as a forced inactivity. Let me try that again. A period of rest has presented itself to us, though we must not take this a forced inactivity. Idleness is in fact a precious companion for rediscovering ourselves. Immersed in silence, we can finally listen to the sounds of our soul. And that is deep. That's deep, file number 3, because you may not allow silence. You may not allow yourselves these moments of reflection. You may feel like being idle is not working hard towards your goals, when in fact it's doing just the opposite. It is trajecting you to exactly where you need to be in the face of transformation. So I'm going to pull just a few initials, maybe someone important in the month of April. Let's do just these 3 or 4. I can't tell. We have A as in apple, atom, and atom. B, interesting, as in Bob, bicycle. I, icicle, ice, aisle, and then P, pastries, puffy, pain. And so these are the things that I'm picking up on. I'm trying to make sure energetically you just have a lot going for you in April. And I want you to stay focused on the cycles that are coming and going in your life, and stay grounded. Rest. Be creative. Fall into your creativity as you rest, because that will bring you joy. I hope that you enjoyed this reading, pile number 3. It would mean the world to me if you liked, comment, and subscribe. And if you would like to, go and check out my Patreon, where I have exclusive content and early access to videos like these. So I hope that you enjoy, and I will see you in the next reading. Peace. Hello, pile number 4. Welcome to your April predictions. You chose this beautiful highlight stone. I'm going to get right into your reading and let you know how your April is going to go overall. The overall energy of April for you is going to be discipline, okay? I can accomplish what I set my mind to. So In April, you are setting your mind to a lot. I'm feeling initially what I'm getting is you are going to be trusting your intuition a lot more, with this purple here being the color of intuition. You are going to be intuitively accomplishing, excuse me, my tongue got all tied. You are going to be intuitively accomplishing all that you set your mind to in the month of April. So it may be a great habit to start writing lists. Maybe even like at the beginning of the week, you can start a to-do list, and then check it off as you go. Being lenient with yourself, of course, because discipline does not mean being hard or being harsh. It just means being strategic, being disciplined. So let's see what else we have. Time to go. Okay, so in April, you are being disciplined when it is time to go. You are knowing that there is an ending coming up for you in April. You know that you can accomplish what you set your mind to. So if you need to move away from something, you will set up goals in order to have that favorable outcome where you can transition from something smoothly. It doesn't have to be hard or harsh. It can just be a prepared, intuitive decision. You also have happy. So even when you're leaving this situation, when you're moving away from something, it doesn't have to be through hard or bad feelings. You can move away from things that don't serve a purpose to you and still be happy, still be energetic and joyful. You can hold all of these good feeling energies within you while you move forward. Moving forward is always signifying growth. You are always choosing to grow when you do not settle somewhere that doesn't give you this happy feeling. Come to the edge, okay? So you are in the month of April being asked to take a risk. And that's like the easiest way that I can, describe it. Because look, time to go and come to the edge. Like you are for sure walking away. You are for sure walking away from something. And in the midst of it all, you get to hold on to these happy feelings. But it's only, I'm hearing, it's only when you make an effort to really like set yourself up for it. When moving in a stressful situation or moving away from a stressful situation, not being prepared but just trying to leave it, that doesn't create the best place for harmony and for peace. There's a lot of things that you could miss in between without having this energy of being disciplined. We also have chaos and conflict. Okay, so again, it depends on you how this energy plays out. If we play into the chaos and the conflict, it won't be easy to leave. It could even be stalled, held off because things are distracting you from moving. I feel as if whatever you are moving away from, it already holds this chaos and conflict within it. And you are changing that, moving away from that to embrace this happy. This turns out to be a 633, and this turns out to be an 826. Talk about leveling up. You are stepping away from chaos and conflict, and being an individualized person standing out amongst it all, and you're moving towards your abundance. Happy. It takes discipline though. You can accomplish whatever it is you set your mind to, especially when it is in regard to leaving behind what does not serve you, what does not help you grow. We also have don't let your past hold you back, South Node. I'm going to put that underneath come to the edge because that is classic don't let your past hold you back. It could be something that you really aren't used to, not afraid of, I could see, but apprehensive of. You are apprehensive of coming to the edge. You don't know what the edge holds. You don't know what is over the edge. You don't know if you can still hold on to this happy feeling. Be disciplined in yourself and still take that leap of faith. But don't let your past hold you back. Don't let your current situation of chaos and conflict keep you somewhere that you know you are not meant to be. And we have confidence is your key to success. This is a beautiful and aligned reading already that it's starting out to be pile number 4, because you are in April confidently walking into your divine abundant success is that I'm hearing. You are divinely walking into all that the universe is setting you up for. You're walking away. You're leaving. You're telling Spirit, I value myself so much that I'm walking away from the chaos and conflict. I'm going to be disciplined in myself to accomplish this because this is what I said I wanted. I said I didn't want any more chaos, and I said I didn't want any more conflict. I said I wanted to be happy. I wanted to take leaps of faith that really drove me to my passion and fills me up with these happy feelings. And that is what Spirit is setting you up for. You have King of Swords. It is the back version. Is this King? I'm pretty sure this is King of Swords. And this is the back version of them. And if you can see, they have all of these glowing crystals behind their throne. And it's like you don't even know the things that are awaiting for you when you take this leap of faith. You don't even know the intensity of the greatness that is behind your decisions. Yeah, that's definitely what I'm hearing, especially with it being the King of Swords. It's a decision. You are deciding to come to the edge. You are deciding that it's time to go, that I'm not. But with Spirit, of course. We always make our decisions with Spirit because they give us the intuition to hear it in the first place, which is why that intuition color popped up for me earlier. You also have Two of Wands. Okay. And this is a really amazing card. Usually we see it this way as a Two of Wands, the back of them. But vice versa tarot, we now get to see the front. And there's this ball of energy that is literally above their hand. And it's like, this is the power that you possess. You are beginning a journey. You are starting something, and you started off with more power than you even realized. Honestly, that's what I'm seeing, is like you didn't know what you were capable of, but in April, you are being reintroduced to your confidence. It is going to allow you to move. It is going to, and that's funny because confidence is your key to success, has the new moon in Leo. And what's this up here in the corner? But a lion, right? That's what it looks like to me. And it's crazy because you are channeling that Leo energy. You are confidently saying, you know what? I'm out of here. I'm moving away from it because it doesn't give me this. It's not giving me what I am giving it. Okay? Reciprocated energy. It's time to go. There's Five of Swords. Yeah. It's the conflict. It's the conflict when someone always wants to be right, when someone always has to be right, when you end up being the wrong one, or they accuse you of making them out to be the wrong one. But just conflict, unnecessary conflict that you're moving away from. You are ready in April. I'm seeing it. Three of Pentacles. You could be working with other people to make this move happen, especially financially. You could be receiving financial support in order to leave. And I'm feeling it could be a romantic situation, but it doesn't have to be, because you could also be getting financial support to leave a job that is not satisfying you, may cause conflict within yourself, doubt of your work ethic, making you feel as if you aren't disciplined enough when you know that you are. Different kinds of things, different scenarios for everyone. So take what resonates. But Three of Pentacles, you have a spiritual team here. Ancestors, the universe, your spirit guides, all working with you in order to make sure that you know that you are protected when you are moving away from anything that doesn't serve you. Ten of Wands, you're putting down the burden. You're putting down the burden of others. You are not letting your past hold you back. That's also a burden as well. I'm saying you haven't in the past really come to the edge like that. You've never really allowed yourself this type of freedom that you're experiencing in the month of April. And I think this month you are deciding, I'm putting that down. I'm not going to limit myself into the happiness that I can experience and feel. I'm not going to hide behind my past and who I thought I was and what I thought I deserved. You're taking in what you know that you deserve, what Spirit has told you is capable and allowed of being in your life. Eight of Swords. I'm just going to let the card speak for itself. You're tied up. You're restricted. You're feeling bound, but you're not. You could use any one of these 8 swords to cut yourself free, to step out of this barrier and to really take a leap of faith. April is going to be a huge month for you. A boost in confidence, a boost in adventure, wanting to be adventurous, discipline enough to remove these barriers from yourself and to be adventurous. It takes a discipline to be adventurous. I think about people who go camping all the time, and I'm like, you have to prepare for the camping trip. You can't just go out there and not be prepared for the outdoor weather. So it's like you are preparing yourself for this new journey, for this new beginning, for this new happiness, this new resolution to chaos and conflict. You're preparing yourself, and you're being very disciplined about it in the month of April. So I have an affirmation card for you to hold on to in the month of April. You can pause it, screenshot it, come back, reread it, reread the whole reading, or listen to the whole reading again. This is just an affirmation to affirm you in your journey on the month of April. My true safety lies in my capacity to align with the love of the universe. Wow. My true safety lies in my capacity to align with the love of the universe. So you've been safe all along. Even when you've been in this unforgiving, unnecessary energy, you've been safe. You've been safe to move, to put the burdens down, to release the past. You've been safe to be happy, to be a disciplined and balanced person. You've been safe to move out of this 8 of Swords energy. And this entire time, what has needed to be done is your alignment with the universe. Just an alignment of your energy, an attunement. So being more disciplined brings you into alignment with your true safety. Spirit's got you. You are safe. But you can also move. You can also move away from the things that make you feel unhappy. So I have a few different astrological cards here to read the astrological energy of your April. Let's see what else we have. We have the 4th house, origins. So I think that this is going to be huge for you in April. Really realizing the origin of you, the origin of your thoughts, where these thoughts came from. How did I start believing in this? Like, why did I start believing in this? And who told it to me in the first place? Like, what do I believe in? And is it true to me? That is a huge theme in April. And you have Sagittarius. So you could either be a Sagittarius, have Sagittarius in your chart, your natal chart as in like prominent energy, Or you may know someone who has Sagittarius energy who is really pushing you forward, moving you forward into what you believe in, and really encouraging you in the month of April. We also have Scorpio. So you could be a Scorpio. You could know someone who has Scorpio energy or just have Scorpio within your natal chart. Again, but with Scorpio here, there is a transformation, a cycle, death and rebirth. And you are shedding all of the ideas, all of the origin of ideas that don't originally belong to you. You are diving deep within your shadow self to really learn more about, who you are, what you want represented in your life, and how you can be more disciplined to go after that. You also have the first house, so the self. You will really be focusing on yourself this month, or April, in the month of April. And you are going, again, to release the chaos of other people and focus on you, the origin of you, your creativity, the things that, make you feel spiritually aligned. You could even be doing, more self-care rituals, I'm hearing, taking care of yourself more, maybe even with this mirror here, looking at yourself more. That may be something that you don't do often, and in April you'll be doing more of is viewing yourself. How do you view yourself? Full moon, and that could be something that is coming into clarity, is how you view yourself with this full moon, what you believe you are worthy of, how confident you believe in that. I'm feeling as well a lot to be revealed in the month of April about who you are and how much you tolerate. So I have these two final oracle cards before I pull some initials out of the singing bowl. They have the crystal and then a short message that I will read after. So this first card is Obsidian, the snowflake obsidian specifically. The number 19 is what it's correlated to. Sorry guys, that truck, man. 19 is the number that is correlated to, and I am unsure of this symbol right here, but it could be Aquarius. Don't get me wrong. It is an air element, so it could be Aquarius that sign is. It just looks a little funky. And another air element, Angelite or Angelite 11, and that is actually the Aquarius symbol. So whatever this one is, maybe it's Libra, actually. Libra and Aquarius symbol. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. That may also be some important energy that pops up for you in April as well. But let's see what Angelite has to say first. Air, Aquarius. The message. At this time, we realize that reality is not just what we see, but it is also a complex system of invisible energies and powers. We are very good at receiving nonverbal messages and harmonizing the environment surrounding us. Wherever we are, we emanate a profound sense of peace and gentleness that is appreciated by others. So this is definitely the energy that you will be carrying with you in the month of April. Your third eye, like I saw earlier with this purple here, your third eye is definitely opening. Others around you will be able to sense that, maybe even want to help you build that up here with the Three of Pentacles. But definitely reveling in that energy together. You won't be alone in this process. You also have the Obsidian Snowflake. Libra was definitely that one. It is often difficult to recognize emotions and to let them flow freely. This attitude creates blocks and frustrations. The time has come to recognize with courage, what we feel. Our emotions are part of us and are a treasure and a source of beauty and inner richness. We must not repress them or be ashamed of having them. And that is the truth, pile number 4. You are definitely coming more into contact with your emotional self, with your spiritual self. You are being disciplined. You are being, what is that other word? Discerning. Yes. You are discerning what is really meant for you in the month of April. And it's definitely going to be a happy time. Not just because happy is there, but it's because you will really be reveling in the energy of change. So let's see what initials may be important for you in the month of April. Just going to do a few, but I wanted to make sure they're nice and mixed up. And we'll just do these 5. I think that's what it is. So A has been coming out, I think, pretty much for all of the piles. A, apple. Axe, asteroid. D, or is that an O? I can't even read my own handwriting. I think that's an O, guys. O as in opportunity, opportune time. C, crunch. I'm clearly snacky or hungry. Crisp, clear. We have G, great, good, glad. And we have S, season, smile, sing. So those may be important to you. I'm trying to see if there's any other energy that I'm reading here for you, pile number 4. But I think that's it. I think that you are really going to have a very prosperous month ahead. And I look forward to hearing all about it if you come back. Please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. It would mean the world to me. And if you'd like to, please check out my Patreon. I have it linked below where you can gain access to all of this good and exclusive content. I will see you in the next reading. Peace.